Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, everyone.
So, here we are. My name is Sahar, and this is Jess. And we
Hi.
would like you to introduce yourselves and tell us, do you consider yourself a good leader? So, want to go ahead, Jess?
Sure. My name is Jess. I come from England, from London. I've been living in Bologna for a year and a half now. And
Mm-hmm.
do I consider myself a good leader? Good question. Do I consider myself a good leader? Yes. Yes, I do.
That's good.
I'm saying that with
Why?
confidence.
I was like, expect like, okay, but why did you do something? Experience? Prime Minister?
Yeah, didn't you know I was the Prime Minister?
Of course, yes.
I was
Theresa May.
Theresa May. Yeah. No, I think I would have done a far better job than Theresa May.
Ooh, that burns.
But yeah, I think I could make a good leader. I think I'm very empathetic, and I think that's very key in being a leader. I also consider myself quite motivational, and I think that's
Oh,
always good.
yeah. That's actually very good, yes. If you
And
can transform this being motivational into also charisma, then you're a perfect leader.
exactly. And also, I love giving speeches. I like being in front of an audience and talking, and yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know what? Maybe I'll run for president.
Well, I mean, you can run for prime minister in the UK.
It was a joke. Definitely
All
not.
right, let's have a look here because we also have some viewers. Lovely, nice to meet you guys. So, Lavinia, I've seen you in some other lessons from Milan, and you don't see yourself as a leader. How come? Why
Yeah.
not? Tell us in the comments. And oh, Luca Ricci.
Hey, Luca, would
Hello,
you
how are you?
help as a leader? I hope to be a good leader. Yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you would make a great leader.
Yeah,
There
now
was
he has the potential.
one lesson I had with Luca actually where he started to take over my role as teacher.
Really?
That was a very fun lesson.
Oh, and we have Vincenzo. Hey. He's also our student from Bologna Mille because both Jess and I are teachers at Bologna Mille School. And we have some of our students. It's so nice to see you guys, even if it's like this.
So hard.
Um,
You make a good leader.
I mean, my dream job, as I said also in other webinars, was to become Empress of Persia. So it's,
Cool.
yes. It has to be, I have to be a good leader in order to be an empress. But I noticed that I can't give speeches in front of an audience if it's larger than 20 people because I get little panic attacks.
I'll be your spokeswoman.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. It's like the king's speech. You can be the person who speaks for me.
Yeah.
Hello, Vincenzo. Can you tell us if you consider yourself a good leader? And yeah, that's it.
Let us
Thank you
know.
for sure. Thank you for coming. All right, let's have a look at the lesson instead. Would you like to read, please, Jess?
Sure thing. Lead the way in this focus activity. Compound adjectives, idioms, discussion on what makes a good leader.
Let's see, Lavinia, what did she write? Could you also read this one?
I don't think I have a lot of charisma, but by the way, if I was a leader, I would try to emphasize the qualities of my team. Emphasize the qualities of my team.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
The quality. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm always, whenever I think leader, I think large scale political leader. So I was like qualities of human beings. But no, it's actually very good. This is one of the important things because I think that's the difference also between leader and boss.
Yeah.
You know, the kinds of thing you see on Tumblr. All right. So, in continuation here, this is a quote from Warren Bennis. Leadership is a capacity to translate vision into reality. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah. I agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much more than that as well.
Yeah. So maybe it's just like making it a little bit.
It's a small part of it.
It's a small part of it. What do you guys think about this? I love, though, the fact about being able to translate from a vision into reality, because it's something very, very important if you have a dream.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, okay.
I think I would be a good leader. It depends.
What is?
Depends. Remember, what preposition always follows the word depend? Can you think?
It depends.
You thought on, then good job. So it depends on which kind of people I have to work. I would say have to work with.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but very good as well. Also, it depends on the kind of people. I agree. If you are working with people that are very stubborn, it becomes a little bit difficult.
Do you want to explain the word stubborn, Sahar?
Can you hear this? Stubborn is a person who doesn't accept any other opinion rather than themselves.
Yeah.
So only accepts their opinion.
Their way is the right way.
A person who only accepts their own opinion.
Luca, I think that not my leader. Leaders who, I think that leader is who the others recognize as. Okay, so restructure the sentence a little bit. I would say, I think that the leaders, hang on.
I think that a leader is the person who others recognize as a guide or a boss.
Well done, Sahar.
Yes. So let's rephrase this. But anyway, no, good job. Before we continue, just wanted to tell you guys that we understand that you're typing, and you're typing very quickly to keep up with us. So it's okay if you make mistakes. We are gonna correct you anyway, just to make sure that everyone understands. All right?
We could say, I think that leaders who are recognized. Oh no, ignore me. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Leader is a person who the others and recognize as a guide. I also have to be very quick as a guide. And in all this, my keyboard has a problem with the letter E. So if I press it once, I get 3 E's.
No.
So I have to press 1 E and 2 backspace at the same time. Okay. So now let's have a look here.
Brainstorm a list of different types of leaders. For example, Prime Minister, football coach. Who is the most influential leader you know of? Why? Think of achievements, personality. How would you describe a good leader or a bad leader?
All right. So while Jess and I talk to each other and answer these questions, how about you guys also answer these questions? So the first one, for example, a list of different types of leader. So in my opinion, always a leader, because I studied political sciences, it's like a political leader. But what else can it be?
So a leader for me, I studied arts. So my leaders in my head are my dance teachers, my rehearsal directors, my stage managers, people in the theatre were my leaders.
Oh, okay.
Would be my leader. Yeah. Athletic coach.
So basically, you are more when we say leader, you think of an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's very interesting.
Also political as well. But
Sorry?
also political, but I mean, not just political.
Yeah, no, me, I'm fixated on that. Very stubborn. What else can be a leader? Let us know in the comments. In the meantime,
Can be leaders. So your boss, maybe your big boss, and then your boss has someone under them, but they are also a leader to you, and then they lead people. Maybe you're a leader in your workplace.
Sorry?
Maybe you are a leader in your workplace, not you, them.
I was like, exactly like, what? All right. And do you know any influential leader, Jess?
I mean, there have been many in our history.
One that you really like?
Not so many in England. Do you know what? I really like Abraham Lincoln as a leader. Actually, I really appreciated what he believed in. He was against slavery, and I think that was very important back then. We needed that figure in to be so openly against. And he said an amazing quote, which I love, and it stayed with me. It's kind of along the lines of, you can tell the good of a man by what makes him angry.
Wow.
I just, that really runs deep with me.
It does. That's so good. I'm gonna go actually have a look at the quote later.
Yeah, do it. If you guys search it as well, go for it.
But do you know the backstory of Abraham Lincoln?
The full backstory. Please inform me. You'll be far more educated in it than me.
No, I was like looking at think of achievements and personality in that thing. But no, Abraham Lincoln was born to a poor family, I believe, and he studied law.
What is the saying? There's a saying, it's like from rags to riches.
Yes, exactly. From rags to riches. We had also a look with Sophia the other day. From rags to riches. Would you explain?
From a very poor place, poor family, but you work your way all the way up.
Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
From a poor family and becoming rich later. Okay, for me, the most influential leader, I think actually two, because as you know, I love history. I can't stop saying it. Is on the one hand, Bismarck. He was the German chancellor before the First World War in Germany, in Prussia, actually. And he was the first one who actually introduced some sort of socialism in Europe.
Wow. Yeah. Definitely.
And I love his. Have you seen his mustache? He had like those end of 19th century mustaches that were just like, oh my god.
You've got to have a mustache if you want to be.
Exactly. And the other one, you probably know him, is William de Bruce. Was it? Wait a second. Am I saying William de Bruce? No, wait, not Robert de Bruce. William Wallace, exactly. Because I get them. It happened one after the other. William Wallace is the. Have you seen the movie with? Oh God, what's his name? Mel Gibson.
What's the name of the movie?
Let me check 1 second.
Terrible actors and names.
Mel Gibson, Braveheart.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
Oh my god, he is like embarrassing, but I love the movie Braveheart. Anyway, let's have a look here.
Sometimes there is a leader in a group of friends. Very true. He is the person who thinks where to have fun when you go out. So the
Who
decision maker.
thinks?
We would
Yeah,
call this
where?
the ringleader of the friendship group. Is the ringleader.
The ringleader.
Nice, Luca. Good. So remember, answer these questions, everyone, as well. Please, we want to know what you think. Who do you believe to be an influential leader? Think of their achievements and their personality. Write in the comments. Last one, Sahar. How would you describe a good leader or a bad leader? Do you want to do a good leader and I'll do a bad leader?
Okay. So, well, a good leader is, as I saw from the comments before. Oh no, I'm saying it wrong. A good leader for me, it's empathetic, understands the needs of the people that he or they are leading. They are level-headed, especially level-headed, I would say. And it is actually a compound adjective, also this one. What is the meaning of level-headed?
To be level-headed is to, I just wanted to do this. So, for example, I am not so level-headed. I can be like this. Someone who's level-headed, they stay at a constant and nothing really phases them. You know, they're not gonna cry over spilt milk.
Yeah. They're very rational in every situation. They don't get anxious. They don't get nervous. Yeah, they think like what to do and they do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Someone who is balanced.
Exactly. Someone who is balanced. Very good. It's level-headed. And what else? Another good quality would be just be bright.
Be bright.
Be bright. I mean, if a leader doesn't have enough imagination or can't, well, just like even only imagination, how can they solve problems?
Yeah.
So they need to be bright. The best of the pack.
And a bad leader. Boris Johnson. Sorry.
Not Theresa May.
Theresa May. Boris Johnson. Sorry. Not biased or anything.
No, at all.
No. I think a bad leader is someone who is incapable of seeing a bigger picture, who is selfish, who can't think of the needs of their people, who only thinks about money, who is too far in one direction, who is stubborn. I mean, the list goes on.
Oh, wow. All the negative things that you can think of, you just like say it all together. Who do you think historically is a bad leader? Like in our history, even a person who is alive at the moment, who would you say? Oh God.
Boris Johnson.
Yes. No. Trump.
Trump and Johnson.
No, you have to also be able to give good speeches. You have to be able to answer all the questions, especially if you're a political leader. You can't say, I don't know. Ask someone else.
That's the thing I hate about watching the news or when they are asking questions to politicians. They always, what's the word? Deflect?
Oh, they do deflect. Yes.
Thank you. They deflect the question. And it's like, answer the question. Don't, it makes me so frustrated.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
Like, yeah, Luca, exactly. A bad listener is not able to listen. So, sorry, a bad leader is not able to listen to the needs of others.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not empathetic. And Vincenzo also says here, a good leader has, be careful, because we're talking singularly, a good leader has to be authoritative, authoritative.
Authoritative. Oh yeah, is it authoritative?
Authoritative, yes.
Yeah, it's a strange word.
It's okay if you got it wrong, but because I'm also getting it wrong. How the hell do you write authoritative?
I don't think authoritative.
Authoritative or authoritarian, but that's mostly a dictator. Authoritarian.
Good.
Yeah. You can even say here, authoritarian. It's similar to a dictator's behavior.
Yeah.
Dictatorship.
Should we move on?
All right. Yes. But you guys have to still tell us who do you think is the most influential leader and why. We will wait for your comments. In the meantime, let's have a look here. Would you like to read the blue parts?
I'd love
Yes.
to. Forward-thinking, highly respected, strong-willed, open-minded, level-headed, thick-skinned, down to earth.
These are beautiful compound adjectives that we have here. And the opposites are disregarded, idealistic, regressive, sensitive, weak, narrow-minded, foolish.
I love that word, foolish.
Foolish.
All right. So you guys need to match the opposites. Can you match these compound adjectives with their opposites?
Let's begin with this one, forward thinking. Let's see if they are faster than us. Someone who is forward thinking is a person that
is thinking ahead. So you're forward thinking, you're thinking ahead, you're keeping up with the time.
Yeah, even more than the time. Who do you think is a forward thinker? Silence because no one. It's very difficult to find some. Maybe a lot. Yes.
No, who is it? Bill Gates.
Yes.
Who I saw because of the coronavirus stuff. He did a TED talk like in 2005 or something, talking about how nothing is going to destroy and crumble our economic system like we believe it to. It's going to be a virus that has the power.
He released the virus. That's it. He did it. Now we know the culprit.
And so that was many years ago. So he was already forward thinking, and he in the TED talk he was talking about how we needed to properly set up, put measures into place to help us deal with these sorts of situations. So good, forward thinking, progressive.
Very good, exactly. So forward thinking, as Jess explained, and then the opposite is progressive. So what about the next one? Highly respected.
Who's highly respected?
I think Obama.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very high.
The couple, both of them, both Michelle and Barack Obama, very highly respected. And then the new president, the 75th president, is it? No, he's 75. He's the 45th. I'm sorry. What the hell am I saying? 45th president is instead the opposite. So,
can anyone say?
And it's disregarded. Disregarded. It means not considered. Not considered.
Strong-willed.
So, what is the meaning of strong-willed? Someone who. What is a will?
Your will is like your want, your need to do something.
So on the one hand, it's modal verb. But also on the other, it can be a noun, which is the want. Something you want. And the answer is strong-willed, weak. Just as simple. Someone is weak, not only physically, but also could be mentally, as in that they don't follow their ambitions as strongly. You know, open-minded.
Open-minded. Who's open-minded? I don't really know.
Oh, Vincenzo already answered. Very good. So, exactly. Open-minded is the opposite. Narrow. What is the meaning of narrow? Very, very tiny. So, for example, a street. I always give this example to students. If you're from Myes, Bologna, for example, Via dei Mille is wide, Via Galliera is narrow. Instead, if you take, for example, the highway is wide. The street of your house probably is very small. Narrow.
All right, so we have level-headed. Did we explain level-headed already?
Yeah, we did. Very rational at every point in their life. Inferno Street is narrow. Do you mean hell? Is hell narrow? Maybe.
I'll let you know.
I mean, Dante really talked about it a lot. So then level-headed we already explained. So the opposite is foolish.
I'm foolish.
Or dramatic. Not even foolish, maybe dramatic.
No, I don't think dramatic.
The opposite.
Of level-headed.
Yeah, why not?
I think the opposite of dramatic would be sensible. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe more so. A sensible or a dramatic. Oh, I don't know. What is the opposite of dramatic?
Rational.
Yeah, rational, I guess.
Not dramatic. Anyway, what about thick-skinned?
The opposite of thick-skinned.
Oh God! Just like the whole the word, the way it reminds me of like a person who has 1,000 layers of skin.
Yeah.
Which means
to them. So if they've got skin, they've got a big barrier, so nothing can get to them easily.
Yeah, so it is very good, Luca. It's sensitive. Yeah. Do you consider yourself thick-skinned, Jess?
It depends. Like I'm thick-skinned for a lot of things in life, but then on the other hand, I'm also very sensitive to a lot of things.
Oh, okay. So now I'm sensitive in like 380 degrees. But yeah, I still managed to survive. And then the last one, the most difficult, is down to earth and idealistic. What is the meaning of down to earth?
To be down to earth is to be grounded, to be, you're not dreaming, you're not making up unrealistic things.
Mm-hmm.
And to be idealistic, Sahar?
The idealistic is the opposite. So to dream up a lot of situations, for example. So down to earth, we would say someone is realistic, someone who sees what they have around them and believes in them. Idealistic, someone who believes in ideas, ideologies.
Or are you idealistic?
Oh, I'm so idealistic.
Yeah, me too. I really need to come back down to earth.
Even though you are, can I say your zodiac sign?
Yeah, good, exactly. You can yeah, you can.
Yeah, to keep your feet on the ground, for example. Look, exactly. You just like it's very Italian. Exactly.
Good. My zodiac sign. Do you know what it
Oh
is?
yes. Yes, it's Capricorn.
That's because I told you, not because you know.
Of course it is. But usually Capricorns are the ones that are down to earth. All the Capricorns I've met, you're a fake Capricorn.
I'm a fake Capricorn. To be fair, like,
Very good, Vincenzo. Yeah.
oh no, I was going to say because I'm born on the 4th of January, so I'm just a Capricorn.
Just a Capricorn. But yeah, very good, Vincenzo. Another adjective: pragmatic, practical. Lovely, lovely, guys. Good job. Now,
Yes. Go on.
would you like to read, please, Jess? The first question.
So, leader discussion. Is there such a thing as a natural born leader, or can leadership skills be acquired or learned?
So, what do you think, guys? Are leaders born naturally, or do we learn how to become leaders? What do you think, Jess?
I think there's a certain element of that you're born. It's like the same debate for me of a performer. You know, like, are you born with natural performance abilities or not? Can you learn them? It's kind of the same. I think half of, I don't know if it's whether you're born with them, but it's like the nature versus nurture thing. I think it's probably to do with your nurture more than your nature. No, nature more than your nurture. Wait.
So it depends. So you're born with leadership skills, you think?
No, I think it's probably you learn them or you get the traits as a child.
Oh, Vincenzo doesn't agree with you then.
You can't teach how to become leaders. Yeah, I don't think you can teach it. I think it's something that happens through your growing as a child, the things that you're, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you're born with the ability to lead.
So if you don't teach it, you basically just learn it.
Through nurture.
Through nurture.
Maybe.
And what is nurture?
Nature versus nurture, like the whole debate of where if you are born with something through like DNA or nature, or whether you are conditioned after your growth is your nurture.
Yeah, this is a whole debate there. Look, to be a leader is a natural skill. You can study to improve it. Okay, but you think it's a natural skill. Yes, I guess being able to speak to a big crowd comes sometimes very naturally. But yeah, no. I hope, because if I want to become the Empress of Persia, I need to learn how to direct a speech in front of millions of people. It's going to be very difficult. Number 2, think of a leader who was not highly respected, but is strong-willed and thick-skinned. Can positive leadership qualities overcome a lack of respect?
What do you think, Sahar?
This is such an interesting question. Like, we can stop and talk about this forever. Actually, yes, but it's not in a positive way. Because even though positive leadership qualities, for example, being strong-willed, being thick-skinned, can also turn you into a bad leader.
Maybe it makes you be less compassionate if you're so good.
I'm just thinking, for example, of are many dictators in Europe. Not that they weren't highly respected. I don't think so. No, they were actually quite respected. Maybe Stalin. Maybe Stalin wasn't respected, but was very thick-skinned. He just wouldn't die. But no, I don't think so. Like you cannot become a good leader if you don't have respect, in personal opinion. Even though you have all the qualities to become a leader, you become a dictator in that case, not a leader.
Yeah, there's a difference.
What do you think?
I agree with you completely. Completely agree with you. What do you guys think? Write in the comments.
Yeah, but it's basically politics, and you know, guys, how I can get when when we talk about politics. I never stop.
By writing.
Sorry?
I said, please stop Sahar going off tangent. Write your
Exactly. Oh, because Hobbes said that a leader is, and then I just go full political philosophy. Yes, could you read the number 3?
Okay, do you think strong leaders exhibit more high-spirited and energetic qualities, or are more serious and level-headed?
I hate energetic people.
You hate me?
Kind of, yeah. No, I'm kidding. I don't like people who are energetic on TV.
Luca,
So,
second point is the description of my boss.
oh, so not respect. Oh, so is your boss a dictator? Is that what you're telling us? No, but what I said before here, energetic people that are energetic on TV, for example. Then I'm like, okay, no, don't chillax. You're just on TV. You shouldn't get all this excited. I don't know. Kind of like bothers me.
Nice mix between the two words chill and relax. Chillax.
Relax. Chill and relax.
Chillax. Nice
It's very colloquial. Don't use it in a formal email.
or interview.
So for me, some good qualities of a strong leader are to be serious and level-headed.
Yes.
You have to be. That's why I don't think I can become a very good leader, because I am the opposite of level-headed. Though, it depends on the situation, I guess. I have to still study myself when I'm put in the position of not being level-headed, but we can get there.
Nice point, Vincenzo. I think it doesn't. I think okay. I think I think a rule doesn't exist. It depends on the situation. Just restructure the sentence. But yeah, really nice point.
Depends on.
Oh yeah, again, depend with on always.
Okay. So you don't think there is a. Oh, okay. Luca says, I understand what you mean, Sahar. I agree with you. I prefer a quiet person and level-headed. Be careful. Unfortunately, we have 1,000 words that have similar pronunciation to quiet. So what you mean with quiet is a quiet person. So adjective, not loud. Right? Instead, quite, the way Luca pronounced it, what is it, Jess?
White.
It's an adverb. And we use it when we want to say completely, fully, for example. Completely. But very good. And then Christina, I think
He is a leader. He fighted against the enemy using his balanced temper.
Okay, so you can say, I think of Gandhi as a leader, and the past of fight is fight, fought. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Oh, wow. No, Gandhi was very graceful, I must say. He's a very, very calm without inciting war. I believe my history in that part of the world India is part in that part of the world, aka India and Southeast Asia, is not so good. But I believe what you say. He's always been considered the peaceful leader. And the last question, Jess.
Give an example of a leader who was known for her thought-provoking speeches and forward-thinking ideas.
Thought-provoking, yes. Forward-thinking, What is thought-provoking?
Does anybody know? Write in the comments. I will explain it now. And if you thought of this, then well done. For someone who is thought-provoking, it's someone who makes you think about things. Very simply.
Maybe things that aren't that common, that sometimes are even considered taboo about certain topics. That could also be taboo, as we said before. Vincenzo, are you referring to Gandhi? That he has a lot of enemies now? That poor guy is dead. Why does he have enemies now? You usually go so, when you die, it's peaceful. It's nice. So, Jess, any ideas? Someone who is thought-provoking and forward-thinking.
Forward-thinking.
Well, Greta Thunberg, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Greta Thunberg.
She's very thought-provoking. Actually, it scares me to death.
And also forward-thinking. You mean she's doing more forward-thinking than most people?
Yes, exactly. We found Leonardo DiCaprio.
What? Get out.
Always considering the topic of environment, global warming. He's very forward-thinking. He made a documentary about this.
Yeah, I watched it.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Maybe let me see if I can provoke our students. Maybe Berlusconi was forward-thinking. I'm just like teasing them. Don't take me seriously, please. All right. In the meantime, let's have a look at these idioms, because we need to also consider if these are positive, negative, neutral, Jess, would you like to read what we have here?
Okay, ahead of one's time, cut someone some slack, lay down the law, put one's foot down, the blind leading the blind, light the fire under someone.
The Bonovox, the singer of U2, is forward-thinking. Okay, well, Luca, I'm not very good with music. It's actually a very depressing love story. I know who the U2 are.
Who the U2 are?
Who the U2 is? I don't know who the band is, but I don't know the individual singers. It's a bad situation. He suggested to cancel the public debit of Africa. Oh, you mean, I think you mean debito pubblico, but I don't know how you would say it in English. Do you know? No, public debt, not debit. I didn't know this. I'm gonna go look at. Did you know, Jess?
Public debt?
No, the Vox, the Bonovox.
No. I
have to go search it myself. Okay, Luca, thank you. Yeah, so I can study a little bit during this quarantine. So, ahead of one's time, what is the meaning of that? And is it positive, neutral, or negative?
To be ahead of one's time. Similar to forward thinking.
So we would say that it's actually positive. So you say, oh, wow, he's ahead of his time. Like, yeah.
It's a really nice compliment if someone says that. So if you thought positive, then well done. Okay, to cut someone some slack.
Oh, cut me some slack.
Cut me some slack. Cut them some slack. It's difficult.
It's actually neutral, but we usually say cut me some slack in informal English, colloquial, when we want to say leave me alone.
Yeah, cut me some slack.
Yeah, so it's something we say, cut me some slack. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Exactly, Luca. One is positive, the second one is neutral. Number 3.
Lay down the law.
What is the meaning of that? Lay down the law.
Positive, neutral, negative. It's neutral, I believe. I would say it's neutral. What do you think, Saha?
I believe also neutral. Yeah. No, it's actually neutral, Vincenzo. I can see why you think it's negative.
Yeah.
We will have a look at the meaning also, like right now. But it's basically to issue instructions, but in a very authoritarian way.
When you lay something down, it's like putting it out, by putting it down on the table. You're laying it down. You lay down the law.
So then we have Luca, who says that 4 is negative. No, oops, I'm sorry. Spoiler, but anyway. No, to put one's foot down is like, I decided.
Yeah.
I put my foot down. Not necessarily negative.
I put my foot down.
The blind leading... Sorry?
Sorry, I don't know. I just keep repeating the phrase.
The blind leading the blind is basically someone who can see, who leads other people who can't see. And the end result is very bad. So we have that negative, and light a fire under someone.
So light a fire under someone. What do you think? Positive, negative, or neutral?
This sounds so negative. If you think about it, like literally.
Ouch.
And it's positive. Let's have also look here at the meaning.
We're running out of time, so we're going to have to reveal these quite quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, so quickly. So ahead of one's time is allow, know, in advance of current ideas, which is similar to the one we said before. And then cut someone some slack.
To cut someone some slack. To allow someone to do something not usually allowed.
Mm-hmm. But then again, also in colloquial form, say just like cut me some slack, just leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's another meaning. It's more negative.
Down the law.
You lay down the law. You make something very clear, in a stern way, in a strict way. Similarly, put one's foot down
is to take a firm stand.
Mm-hmm. And this one, the blind leading the blind. Exactly here, unskilled leading the equally unskilled, which the end result we said was very bad. And the last one.
To light a fire under someone is to make someone do something.
Exactly. You want to force them to do something. But in a negative way, it's positive.
It's a positive thing.
All right, guys. So now Jess and I have to go. Unfortunately, we have a Facebook page called Myes SOS English. If you want to join us, you can ask us questions and we can help you out. We have teachers that answer your questions. Bye, Luca. Bye,
Bye.
Vincenzo. Bye, whoever was watching us.
See you.
See you guys.